What's up? You're in the back room with Becky, and this is me in week 3, recovering from hip surgery. And yeah, I got a little transportation I use to get around quickly, but I'm feeling much better, and that's part of what the journey is. I guess you got to tell yourself, I feel better. It hurts like hell, but I feel better than I did. It's a marvelous Monday, and it's only marvelous if you make it that way. I have been pretty damn angry and upset, to say the least. Y'all know I'm strange. If you forgot I was strange, let me remind you, I'm strange. And I'm strangely happy most of the time. So when I'm not happy, folk don't know what to do with me. They don't. They don't know what to do with me, and I understand. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to run. You don't have to hide. I can be mad at you. I am not Godzilla or King Kong. I cannot devour and eat you up. You will survive me being upset with you. Trust me, my bark is worse than my bite. So here we go. It's been, look, I've been just saving it up. Saving it up like S&H stamps. Y'all, some of you children don't know what that means. But we saving them up like money for a good outfit. How about that? Oh, some of y'all don't know what that means either. Because y'all don't save up for stuff. Y'all just spend all the money one time. My message for you today is be mindful of your money. Be mindful of your money. Things is about to get real tight all around the place. And people have better be real creative about how they do things. You see, these ladies on these talk shows, these reality shows have learned the secret. And the secret is what you attract. You don't have a damn thing the way you sitting at in your life. You can change that. People change their circumstances all the time. And some people change their location, but they don't really change much else about themselves. Case in point, who gets my miserable mention? Out the box. I'm going to get to the Atlanta Housewives in a minute because I know I haven't spoken much of them. And I told you, when they hired Kenya Moore to come in and do that spot on the Housewives, I told y'all last year, I wasn't going to give them too much of my time. And when I felt I had to say something, I would. But right now, okay. Now, the Married to Medicine, and I'm thinking they're going to probably franchise this all over because something people just had never figured out is that doctors are people too. We have them all around us, and they exist in our society, and they operate as humans in human form. They're exceptionally gifted at what they do, but they are still human. So my contact with doctors through all of this experience, and then seeing how these housewives, the doctors' wives, how they perform, they rolling and fighting, like my mom said, like common street tramps. They call them trollops. And put the tramp stamp on that. Some of y'all don't have tramp stamps on you, but you still acting very much like you was in the club and somebody just rolled up on your boo. Stop acting like that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that to prove to folks that you stay black. No. See, they expect us to be aggressive, and if that's the role you start out playing, that's the only role you have carved out for yourself unless you have done the Nene Leaks. Total transformation. You got to stop thinking in the present so much so that you leap into that place where you can't come back from because some bad impressions, fighting folks, cussing folks out, putting paws on them. It might work for love and hip-hop. It will not fly for professional black women to be performing like this. Please exemplify to the young ladies that there is another level. We don't have to go gully just because you know how to go gully. Being elevated in your status means that you no longer have to go gully because you got this and you got this. Don't you? The putting of the paws. I know how to do that stuff too. And I feel tempted on many occasions. That just some of y'all, words just won't do. Sometimes You just want to smack somebody. But then you deep breathe. And remember, that's reality TV, but it could be your life. And if I had that kind of money, I guarantee you, I would not be doing the smackdown at the big birthday party. No. There's other ways to deal with people that talk out of school. They say stuff that they be like, well, I didn't mean it in a malicious way. Well, the fact that you felt it necessary to share that information, and whether I told it to everybody individually or I told it to you as a group, when I told it to you, I'm pretty sure I put a mantle of privacy, confidentiality upon that because I was talking to you girlfriend to girlfriend. When and how that lady decides to tell that little girl, and the fact that you're on reality TV and haven't addressed that. Okay, Amaya, and I love her. Yes, she's loud and she's proud. But let's tone it down a little bit because you do have a daughter that's watching you. And you are on TV now. And you was before. And this is season 1. And if we learned anything about season 1 of reality shows, it's honey, they will you up. So, let's not try to imitate art, imitating life, and make a fool of ourselves. Let's go in and ask for an apology. Go in and give an apology. I think the miserable mention for this week is still Maya from Married to Medicine. Now, let me skip over here real quick and tell y'all because I'm so upset with the Atlanta housewives. That's why I'm not talking about, you know how when you're mad at your husband, you just don't even talk to him. You just pretend like he ain't even there. You peacefully coexist. You ain't putting paws on each other. But mentally in your head, you done smacked him upside the head a few times. Okay, well, now I don't have a husband. But I have plenty of folks I still want to smack upside the head. And I don't do that anymore. I don't do that. You know, Mama said when I was a little girl and I knew I was about to hit somebody, I would take my hand and hold them like that. And she said, you was like you was holding yourself back to keep from being as bad as you knew you could be. So, I got my hands up to the ladies who held back. And that's what I call doing a Nene Leaks. Nene still got some ghetto thug chick in her and will get with you. But she got enough hustle in her game and in her style and her grace that she took her miserable mentions on Mondays and made magic. Okay? So my miserable mention in retrospect, to go back over the Atlanta Housewives for the season, that would be Kenya Moore, and Kenya Moore. Now, that being said, there were certain people who stepped up to the plate who had never stepped up before. So my hats off to you. Cynthia Bailey, you was marvelous, honey. You was marvelous. And I wanted you to walk in your essence, with or without Nene. All those days are there for a reason. But Kenya Moore was a plant, you guys. She was a product of the system. And could we program a character in here, and would the public accept her? I say we reject Kenya Moore, everything she stands for in that position. Be somebody's wife at least before you be on a housewife show. As you just a bit player. Don't come on there trying to talk like you running stuff. Sit down. Be quiet. And guess what? I want to tell you something. You ain't the only one that can flick a fan. And that's Miss B style. You in the back room, Becky. It's a marvelous Monday. And my miserable mentions for the year. Kenya Moore for being a bit player, hired in to play a role. Your boyfriend was fake, your house was fake, your hair is fake, your eyes is fake, your booty's fake. Shall I go on? Okay. Miserable mention for Monday current. Married to Medicine. Maya and Toya. Toya, you messy. You know you was messy. That's why that girl snapped on you. And if it had been me, I probably would have threw my money on the table and said, I'm going to pay for everything I break. But I'm about to whoop her ass right here. Now, Maya, you miserable because, one, you acted out of character and fought that girl in somebody else's house. That was just foul. I know you couldn't hold it back. She did the 2 big black girl sins. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my kids. I'm sorry. You know the rule. You know the rule. You had an ass whooping coming. Did it have to be whooped there? No, probably not. So miserable mention Maya for whooping Toya's ass in an inappropriate location. If it had to be whooped, it should have been in a neutral location. That way, you know, but pay for the stuff you broke and pay for the rest of the party and be gracious and bow out gracefully. It's a marvelous Monday. If you make it that way, you're in the back room with Becky, and yes, she's back, and she's still in rare form. Peace.